Welcome everyone to another exciting episode of Two Bar Connections with your host Jesse and
James, what's happening, everybody?
oh shit, we're still on the wrong tree. Okay,
Oh shit,
not
what?
supposed to see that just yet, but yeah. So for today we have a lot of news to go over, a lot of exciting news pertaining Sony, or some head scratching news rather, and we also have the PS5 Pro has been revealed more specifically, but also we have seen the unceremonious, or I guess ceremonious closing of Concord, which has crashed and burned way faster than any of us could have ever expected. But we'll go more
Yes.
into that later on. We also have some Ubisoft woes, so it wouldn't be another episode without us going over some more Ubisoft woes with pertaining to Outlaws and its underperforming sales. We also have some not unexpected layovers hitting Rocksteady after the failure of Justice League Kill the Suicide Squad. And before we go on to a story concerning some Xbox woes as well, with the yet to be released Souls-like Enortia, apparently having some grievances with Xbox and the way they've been dealing with their certification process. Before we finally close everything off with some reactions to the new Minecraft trailer that was revealed.
Oh boy,
But before we get into all that, how have you been?
I've been okay, man. I've just been packing for vacation. Ooh, oh, sorry, because I've been working. I worked the last 3 days. Now I'm all packed for vacation. I have to pack my underwear, and that's pretty much it. I
Ah,
waited till I
that's
did
the
my
most important in the
laundry.
pack.
Yes, but I did my laundry so that I can have like all of the underwear available, and I can pick and
Ah,
choose my favorites. Yeah. Oh, you all right?
sorry, yeah, just gas. Again,
I think
it wouldn't be an episode of me having fucking gas in the middle of it.
I
Cause
think you drank
I
that water.
always, yeah, I always, drink my water and I eat before I start the recordings, and then I get my gas,
Yeah.
my burps, which
Yo, boy piece.
my burpees exactly. But yeah, no, it's been kind of a short week, right? Because been short delay between the last episode and this episode. And that's because James and I are going to be going on vacation, but not at the same time. But we will
Yes.
be both away for quite some time, especially James, who's going to be
Yep.
gone for like 2 weeks. I'm only going to be gone for like about a half a week. I think I'm 5 days. I'll be trying for like 5 or so days. But you're going to be gone for like 18 days, I think, or something like that, like 2.5 weeks, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. I come back, I think, the 28th, but I won't actually be back to work like until October start, like the beginning of October. So like October 1st ish. So it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, crazy time for both of us. We're both gonna be exploring new horizons,
This is
honestly.
gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to a place I haven't been to before. I don't know if you've been. Uh,
I have to London,
okay.
but everything else it'll be my first time.
Okay. And when do
Yeah.
you? So you're gonna fly, meet up with your family, or you're gonna go?
Yes. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna meet up with them because it turns out you can actually fly international from Phoenix,
Oh, really?
Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. That baffled me. It turns out there's a lot of international like takeoff points from Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend of mine that actually made a trip to Hawaii, like from where I am to Phoenix to Hawaii. It was like an 8 hour trip, and I was like, "Damn, all right, shit." I guess Phoenix was an unknown hub to me.
And then from Arizona, from Phoenix, where are you gonna go? You're gonna go
Straight,
to straight to London.
yeah, straight to London.
Oh
It's like
wow,
an 11 or 12 hour flight.
wow. Okay, and it's you're going eastward, right?
Yeah, going eastward, and then no, yeah, yeah, going eastward.
Damn,
Much.
that's gonna be a long flight, dude. Like 12 hours. Yeah,
Nah,
gonna have to keep
it'll be
yourself
okay.
busy.
It's okay. I plan to. I do plan on keeping myself busy. I brought some books. I even brought my journal so I can write in it. Oh, I've been doing that as well for a while. I haven't done it in a while though, because I've been so busy. And it's funny because I mean, I won't lie. As I said, everything was going great, but I've actually been having a lot of like personal issues like popping up a lot, and journaling has been helping me out a lot. Actually, this is a really nice like brand.
Mm-hmm.
It's like sorry, I forgot where my camera was. It's for a second there. It's a really nice like leather bound book, and I think the brand for this book. Shit. This pen is really freaking hard to take out because the pen itself is used as as like a book
Oh,
uh
okay.
closer. What the fuck? What's a
Binder.
proper name? There you go, binder, book binder, book closer. But dude, it's a really nice like
It
piece
does. It
of
looks
like
nice.
leather. Oh yeah, it's super nice, and I think the brand is Murdy, Murdy Creative Co. And they hand make all of these, like all these by hand. Like every product has its own number attached to it,
Hmm.
and it's really really nice. And it comes with a really nice pen as well. And it's funny too because my stepdad has a pen like this, and it's his favorite pen.
Hmm.
And I was like, damn, like, but could never remember the brand. And then when they sent me the journal, like this journal that I ordered. It's not, well, I mean, it can be used as a journal. It could just be used for anything you want. But they sent it to me and it came with this pen and I was like, "Oh crap. That's the pen. Holy shit." And it's a Parker. That's what the name of it was.
Parker,
Yeah,
like
Parker.
Barker.
Oh, P, no, P like Peter
Oh,
Parker.
Parker. Okay, I
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
Barker. Oh, Parker.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, that's really cool, right? So okay, so you don't have to tell me like obviously
No.
don't tell me like what's in the journal itself. Oh no,
Oh no,
what?
no. Sorry, you got like cut off for a minute
Oh,
there.
okay. We're good. We're good. Okay.
We're good. We're good. Sorry.
Let's hope
But
we don't
what
have
were
a
you
repeat of
saying?
last time because it's raining a
The
lot
last
outside.
thing I heard was don't share what's in the journal.
Yeah, obviously like don't share what's in the journal, but like how do you write out your journal entries?
Well, I can just show you like the because you can't really read it because the camera's like 720p. But I what I do is I try to maximize the space. So as you can see, like so this is a typical this is how a typical like page looks
Uh-huh.
on the thing. And then I try to go for like a space saver. So very little well, sorry, space user. I try to use as much space as possible.
Uh-huh.
So, so I and one second. Uh, oh shit. Oh fuck! I didn't know you were fixing your bed.
No, no, it's you talking, I can hear you from here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just kind of, as you can see, like there's no space wasted except for maybe like the parts where I mentioned the date
Okay.
and yeah, and I kind of just write because growing up writing has always been kind of weird to me because there was a lot of rules, and shit. But with this, I'm trying to just kind of use it as a tool to write my thoughts out on paper, especially when I'm having like certain things that are really hard to think about or problems um, that I can't work out in my own head. I try to write it out, and it helps me make sense of things. Like sometimes I'll finish writing out a thought, and I'm like, huh, that's actually kind of stupid. Why did I think that? Like, so it helps with cope. Like this is true cope. This is healthy. This is healthy cope.
Good copium.
So this is the copium, but of the highest and elegant variety.
Ah,
So
okay. That's really
yeah,
cool.
but no,
I didn't know
yeah,
that you had a journal
yeah,
until
I
now.
recommend it. Yeah, because I went down the rabbit hole on a couple YouTube videos with this guy or a couple of guys that they're part of like that whole like reject smartphone return to writing,
Hmm.
and they have a whole bunch of little mini notebooks, and now I have some notebooks here and there that I used to write down like passing thoughts or you know things of that nature.
You do you write down like whole paragraphs, or you just write down like little like lines of thought that you've had or bullet points?
Oh, I try to write down like, whatever the events are, and I try to just write as much as I can. Sometimes it's not so much. Sometimes I write for like an hour, you know, and sometimes I'll stop because I want to. I get in that trap of shit. I want to make sure I write this properly, but then I remember this is for me. This is for anybody else.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So yeah, so I just push myself to just write. Damn it, just write. Yeah. So
Oh,
so
okay.
I'll be bringing that. I'll be bringing some books, some certifications that I want to get done, and also I have homework for that. I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but I started a class
Yeah, you did. You
for
said
my.
it was a well, you talked about it over Discord. I think you said it was like a really basic science class. So
Yeah,
it's actually kind of easy.
yeah. So it's transitioned to nurse anesthesiology. And it's for one of the schools that I applied to for CRNA, and it's supposed to be the science for. It's supposed to fulfill the science requirement. But so far, it has been every science that I've taken already, but at its most basic form. Like we went over math, and it was basic algebraic manipulation. And now we're on like chemistry, and it's like, okay, let's go over elements, atoms. What is a proton?
Oh, so
What is an electron? And I'm like,
freaking
are you,
11th grade stuff. Yeah, I did this
bro?
in junior
I
year of
would,
high school.
and I'm then in, and honestly, I mean, I'm probably speaking too soon, but I feel kind of insulted because I'm like, I, my minor's in chemistry. Like chemistry is my subject. Like, stop insulting my intelligence. Like, but yeah, so I have enough to keep me busy, and I'm definitely buying Wi-Fi on the plane to do the work.
Oh yeah,
Cause
you might as well.
yeah, dude, I was gonna do it while I was on the cruise ship, but the price for the Wi-Fi is god awful. It is so
Oh,
god awful.
oh, I can only
Oh no, I
imagine.
think I lost you again.
No, no, we're good. We're good here.
Yeah, but well, they use a Starlink.
Uh, the cruise or the plane?
The cruise uses Starlink.
Ah, that's cool. Okay. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
hopefully it's at least reliable for how much you pay for it. I mean, not that you're going to find out because you're not going to pay the ludicrous prices.
hell no. My
It's
sister might though, because she has an interview with uh
ah
with one of the local hospitals.
okay. But is it pay per day or pay per hour kind of thing?
Yeah, I think it's included as a part of the package, but the package, of course, includes a whole bunch of other crap that we don't need.
But they're going to
So,
charge you for it anyways.
well, of course, because like, oh, you might as well get the package, and it's like, but we don't need any of that. Can we
Can,
just pay for the Wi-Fi
I just
separate?
just want to pay for the Wi-Fi. No, you want TV and you want music and all these other
Yeah,
features you're probably not
yeah.
going to use.
You want the dining package plus, not the basic dining package. I'm like, I don't care.
That would be $200, by the way.
It's actually the package that includes Wi-Fi is like 500.
Damn. Okay, so I was lowballing it.
Yeah. Yeah, you said 200. I was like, actually.
Well, hey,
So
but you
we're
know what?
trying.
500 plus 200 gives us the new price for the PS5 Pro.
Oh
We're gonna talk
God.
about later.
Honestly, after seeing the PS5 Pro, that price for the Wi-Fi on the cruise don't seem so bad. But we will talk about that later. But that's how it's been for me. What about you, man? How have you been?
I mean, it's been all right. You know, same old, same old. It's only been about a week since we last recorded, so nothing too crazy. But I did pick up a new game.
Oh yeah, without me.
Yeah, because honestly, I couldn't wait. I kept seeing it on stream on Twitch. I'm like, I think I'm just gonna guide. I was hoping that I'd be able to squeeze it in with you, but yeah, no, I got Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. Yep, I
Yes.
received the blessing of the Emperor, and I am now part of the Astrades. I guess I think that's what they call it. What they call the corpse, and yeah, it's a pretty fun game, right? It feels something straight out of the Xbox 360 era, which makes sense because this is a sequel to a game that came out during the 360 era. Except now
Yes.
they just kind of amped it up, as you can clearly see. There's fucking hundreds and hundreds of enemies that you're gonna be fighting here. This is like the tutorial mission, and it's kind of funny. I was not expecting. So there's 3 difficulties, and the intended difficulty is the second hardest one. I forgot what it was called. I think it's like veteran. I think it's normal, veteran, and then Angel of Death is the final one. And apparently,
Ooh.
veteran is the intended experience, but I could
Okay.
not get past the fucking tutorial level on this.
Damn.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, once you get like swarmed by these guys, like it's over. Like you get stun locked to death, and like they do so much fucking damage that you just you can't deal with them. So I think what they mean by intended is that it's intended to play like with a buddy, because that's how everyone's been playing this game so far. And most of the issues that people have had is because they played the game solo. From what I've gathered online, and so far I've only played the game solo. I did want to play with you, but you've been so fucking busy that I can't, I can't get a hold of you. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pick it up. I'm gonna play a little bit of it. But it's a really fun game. It's very straightforward, very simple, nice palate cleanser, like from modern gaming now, where every game has to be 40, 50, 60, 70 hours plus, and has to have like a bunch of thrown in half-assed RPG mechanics. It has to be, live service and played forever. It's just a dumb action game. You just go in, you press some buttons, you kill some Xenos and some filthy heretics, and then you're on your merry way, right? And the game has it's not just the campaign. It also has the co-op missions, and it also has the PvP, neither of which I've played just yet, because I'm still just playing through the campaign. The campaign's pretty short. I'm pretty sure I'm almost done with it. I can't imagine it be more than like 6 hours, and I played maybe like 3 or 4.
That's what I've heard. Like the people say that it's about 6 hours. So yeah, you're pretty much halfway through, or close, or like more than half.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through, or more than half. But either way, with another sitting, I'll probably be able to finish it. And well, I mean, as you can see from that footage that I show, that they throw a lot of enemies at you, but not as many as you would think. Like, you would think that was going to be the game like all the time, but it's actually not that all the time. There's some scripted sequences where that does happen, but a lot of times, like, you just fight them, in pretty, decent amounts of like 30, 40 of them, like the hundreds and hundreds that you normally fight. That's mostly for the segment portions of set pieces of the game. So I was a little disappointed on that, because like I was kind of expecting like Darktide, where they're throwing waves and waves of enemies at you, or Vermintide, where they're throwing waves and waves of enemies at you all the time. But that doesn't seem to be the case with this game. Maybe on higher difficulties it'll be different, but I was playing on normal, so it wasn't as heavy on the enemy numbers. And I mean, that also might be different in operations, but that's why I said, man, like you really need to play this together, because like the veteran difficulty is not meant for solo play. In fact, it's pretty clear this game they want you to play with friends.
Well, have you been able to like queue for I guess matches online? Like,
I didn't do any of that stuff, and I'm just doing the campaign. So it's just you by yourself, and then your two dumbass AI buddies. They really do not help you out much, because then there are some segments I'm playing through. I'm like, yeah, this would be fucking nightmare if I play this on veteran. Like there's one part very early on where you have to defend like an antenna. Because what's called gargoyles, right? Which are pretty much Tyranids that are like, shaped like gargoyles and fly around and shit, start damaging the antennas. And, like, you have to like shoot them off the antennas to stop them from breaking it down, while also fighting off all the hordes, the ground forces that are trying to kill you. And you're getting the aggro pretty much the entire time. The basic enemies don't give a shit about your friends, and your friends like don't do much to kill like the gargoyles on the antenna. So you have to shoot them the entire time, and then you're zoomed in with your aim, so you can't see like where the little ground forces are. So you're getting like bit in the ass and stuff while you're shooting them. And, ow, what the fuck? You're taking so much damage. You look down, you're like, oh shit, there's like a million crawlers on me. You gotta like fight them off, and your buddies just just doing whatever the fuck they want. And you're just there suffering, like just taking shitloads of damage. Luckily, on normal, it's pretty easy, so it wasn't that bad. But I could imagine, like on veteran, it's such a big spike in difficulty that I would have been tearing my hair out probably. And there's multiple sections like that.
God damn. I mean, it sounds like a blast for co-op, but yeah, we'll have to do it when I get back.
Yeah, which will be a while.
Which will be a while. Yeah. 2 weeks is not that long, man. It's not that long.
Oh no, bro, I'll miss you.
No, I miss you too, man.
I'm gonna be like fucking Patrick Sponge. What do you do when I'm gone away? We're free to get back. But I'll be alright. I'm a big boy, and if I finish it early, I can always do the PvP, PvE. But also, I've been thinking of picking up Astrobot, dude. Have you seen the reviews for Astrobot?
I think that's the only Sony game that's actually gotten like overwhelmingly positive reviews.
Dude, it's crazy how many. Where the fuck did my mouse go?
Yeah.
Where's my fucking mouse? Hey, what the hell?
Oh, damn.
My
Where did your mouse go?
Where did it go? I see his highlight. Oh no.
Heck,
Okay.
I
Okay.
think you hit. I think you hit something by accident.
Clearly, I hit something by accident. Huh? Wait. Oh, there it is. Okay.
What the
Jesus
hell?
Christ. I have no idea what happened there. It just pulled a freaking Houdini act, just like my highlights. But dude, look at this. That's a fucking 94 on Metacritic.
That's really good.
It is the highest reviewed game of this year, beating out Shadow the Erdtree and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And everyone has been singing this game's praises, already calling it Game of the Year, which is crazy to me because like Rebirth was like already like everyone was like, no, this is Game of the Year contender for sure. And then lo and behold, little Astrobot comes out and charms everyone with his wonderful platforming. And well, I mean, I'm one of them because now I really want to play it. And I also really need a game on my PS5 because my PS5, as we speak, is collecting dust. Like I actually have dust on the controller. It's like,
Oh Lord. Well, then you better grab that game. Well, you've been interested in it since they showed like with the reveals and stuff. So
look how dusty
I
this
could see it
motherfucker. Look how dusty this motherfucker is. It's such a. I mean, that's on me too. I should take better care of my equipment. But see, this is the problem with white because then it gets dirt on it and then it gets stuck on, and it's very noticeable. And then that would never happen with, the PlayStation 4 controller, which probably has like a layer of shit across it. But I don't know because it's black, so I won't be able to see it. So, if I beat this early, I'll probably just pick up Astrobot and play Astrobot because everyone absolutely adores Astrobot. Wow, this thing is filthy. Okay, I'll have to clean this later. So, in short, Astrobot is doing pretty damn well, but you know what isn't doing well?
Tell me.
Well, it seems that our buddies over at Sony and Firewalk are not doing well as Concord has been officially closed after just 2 weeks online. On September 6th, this past Friday, it was officially closed down. And these news came via a PlayStation blog, which was posted on September 3rd. And it reads, Concord fans, all 5 of you, we've listened to you closely since the launch of Concord on PlayStation 5 and PC and want to thank everyone who has joined the journey aboard the North Star. Your support and the passionate community that has grown around the game has meant the world to us. However, while many qualities of the experience resonated with players, we also recognize that other aspects of the game and our initial launch didn't land the way we'd intended. Therefore, at this time, we have decided to take the game offline beginning September 6th, 2024, explore options including those that better reach our players. While we determine the best path ahead, Concord's sales will cease immediately and we will begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who have purchased the game for PS5 or PC. If you purchase the game for PS5 from the PlayStation Store or PlayStation Direct, a refund will be issued back to your original payment and yada yada yada. So information in the stores. We'll keep you updated and thank you all again to all the free runners who have joined us in the Concord Galaxy. And, well, yeah, so as you can clearly see, Concord is dead. Although one would say that it was barely even alive in the first place because it lived for a whopping 2 weeks. And the news came by so fast and it was so dire that we actually had people in online matches actually killing themselves so they can rush for the platinum. So you actually had people doing this where they would start the match in one of the game modes, which is one life, which is like one of those one life game modes. And essentially, like if your whole teammate dies, then the other team gets the point. And what people do is they would jump off the map so that way the other team would win. Because you get XP after the match ends. So the idea was join in, and then as soon as the match starts, you and your entire team just kill themselves. So that way you can just end the match, get a ton of XP. So that way you can increase your reputation level, which is like your player level, your profile level rather, and you have to reach it to level 100 in order to get the platinum. But we also have some speculation here. So when we saw that post there, they didn't really use the word like closed or canceled. They were like, yeah, we're gonna kind of like weigh our options, and that leads to some speculation that maybe the game will go free to play. It's not going free to play. But and well, it seems like our boy Matt Piscastella, who was we referenced in the previous episode, seems to agree because the shutdown was unprecedented. And he also remarked how Anthem was the best-selling game of February 2019 and is still playable to this day, despite the fact that game was also crap. And when he was asked by IGN about how this game compares to the likes of the before and Crucible, he said that it read differently because it was soundly rejected by players, which, yeah, was very evident if you could look at literally any comment section in any video concerning Concord.
Yep.
And he was also asked about whether the game could possibly come back on F2P, and he says, well, on the one hand, the game and the IP were just so soundly rejected of it that one may think it is unsalvageable. On the other hand, so few know about the game that perhaps it could be brought with a different model and certificate refresh. I think it's an unprecedented situation with all options on the table, so anyone's guess is probably as good as mine. Listen, Matt.
No, no, there's no guessing. We know.
Yeah, you don't have to be an analyst to see that. Yeah, no, this game is not coming back, and any efforts to bring it back will be nothing more than a colossal waste of time because this game, on a fundamental level, it just does not work. Yeah. You have any thoughts on this? Like, did you even like follow Concord all that much?
No, not. I mean, I followed like from when it like was unveiled at what was it? The state of play, right? It was unveiled at a state of play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
it was revealed back in May, I believe. Yeah,
I remember we covered it, and we were just kind of like, whatever. But apparently, this was one of Sony's, well, not apparently, like this was one of Sony's like live service IPs that they were trying to push, and I think it's gotten a lot of traction just because of how big of a failure this was, not because it shut down so quick, but of course, like we covered last week, all the money that got poured into this game. So I've been following it, just kind of seeing like what's been happening. I know that when the game first came out, one of the designers, I forgot what his name was, but he was actually fighting with like Twitter, with Twitter commentators, calling all the people who were giving criticism to the game talentless hacks, and of course that didn't do well to salvage your image, and now people are essentially shitting on the game.
Yeah, people have been shitting on the game since the very beginning because, I mean, try as you might, man. This is a game that, like we said before, or like I said before, like this is it's a game that's 4 years too late. Like it comes out.
Well, no one wanted it. They made a product no one wanted.
They made a product that no one wanted. It was a game that was late to the party, right? In an oversaturated market, oversaturated genre, more specifically. And it was trying to compete in that market with characters that look like this. And it's also wanted to charge you $40 just to get in. And we're now living, in a world where games like Overwatch and Valorant and Apex are all free. You do not have to pay anything. You can literally just go in and you can just pay some money for like costumes and stuff, but if you want to just play the game itself, you can just go in and that's it. But yeah, as you can see, like these character designs aren't exactly the best, to put it lightly. They're quite bad actually, but they're either bland or just really bad. Like this guy looks like he's ready to go play laser tag.
Dude, yes.
Which was absolutely perfect. When I heard the Act Man say that on his video, I'm like, yeah, I was thinking like hockey pads. I'm like, oh no, laser tag. Yeah, that's perfect. That's actually perfect. I went to go play laser tag, a few weeks back, and yeah, the gear looks pretty much like that.
But no, yeah, dude. I mean, that's really all my thoughts. I mean, we kind of share the same sentiment on that. I mean, we usually do, but I mean, especially in this case, it's just a dead game. It was dead on arrival because they made a product no one wanted. They made a game that no one wanted to play because honestly, no one wants to look at it either.
Well, in the end, it only sold 25,000 copies.
Yeah, but the peak on Steam was like didn't even break 1,000.
Didn't even break 700.
Yeah, did not even break 700. So I wonder what the PlayStation charts were.
Not much better, probably.
No, not much better at all.
Yeah, maybe like 1,000. I mean, by the end of its very short lifespan, there was actually matchmaking issues where people just couldn't find matches anymore.
Yeah, because there's no one playing.
There just wasn't enough people playing, and this was also a good point brought up by a lot of people that many of those people in the initial week were probably content creators and journalists who were just farming the game for their content and then just leaving it to rot as they just went on to other things. So like you can take already that small number and you can cut it down even more to people who were probably interested in the game, or at least in some capacity. I'm sure some people like bought it ironically or bought it just because they were like curious. But I highly doubt anyone out there was buying because this seems so cool, right? Like no one was saying that.
No, well, put it in Matt's words, it was soundly rejected by the players. So that's the end of that. I mean, I know they probably have plans to salvage the game and bring it back free to play, but that's not going to happen.
Well,
I think
it's that's a bit of a maybe. But if I was Sony, I would not even bother trying this.
Yeah, this has tax write off all over it, and well, I mean, they're going to try and make their money back another way anyway. With the story we'll cover later.
Yeah, and this kind of throws a wrench in Sony's in Jim Ryan's live service plans, where like they were had approved like what like I think it was something insane like 12 live service games in the next to like 3 or 4 years.
Yes,
which is an astronomical amount. Like just like 1 or 2 per year is already a lot. Like 1 or 2 within like 5 years. I'm sorry, is like already a lot. But you're doing 12. That's like 2 or 3 a year already, and you want to pump out more. Yeah, I mean, I think that was the plan. Like just throw shit at the screen and just to see what sticks, because it only takes one success to nail to get the money train. But it, as more and more live services gain traction, it's gonna become harder and harder to get your own game out there. Did you catch all that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
I caught it.
Okay, because you were kind of a little laggy.
It froze it froze, so I was just like, I was just staring there like, maybe if I stay still, we can salvage this. But yeah, dude, and you could tell like they're trying to just, like you said, they're just trying to throw shit at a wall and see if it sticks. Because as soon as this game like was announced to die, they announced their other live service game, that heist one. Remember? Did you see it?
Was that the same? I don't think it was in the same state of play. Was it?
It's the other Sony live service.
Yeah, the heist one.
No. But I think they just recently announced it. Like, yeah, the heist one. What's it called?
There's one called Fair Games.
That's it. Fair Games. Yes. Like literally, like Concord flopped, and then they immediately announced this game right afterwards, and it's like, what?
I don't see anything about that. It says here May 24th. It was a reveal trailer.
May 24th.
Yeah.
Well, they revealed a more recent trailer recently, I think.
Did they? I have seen nothing about it.
Let me see.
All I see is that there's a bit of reportedly positive internal feedback. Which, man, after Redfall, I don't believe that shit.
Yeah,
I don't believe that shit at all, because you had Phil Spencer going on saying, "Oh yeah, for Redfall, our internal review scores were actually much higher than what what we expected." And it was like, or what we got. And I was like, who are you talking to? Who are the people that are giving you these internal scores, and how are they so out of proportion with the rest of the population?
Yeah.
So anytime someone says, we got like internal reviews, yeah, it's not gonna work. Yeah, this game was announced a year ago.
Oh yeah, it was a year ago. Damn. Well, I forgot about it until now. My bad.
I know, me too. But yeah, no, it was announced last year.
Yeah, apologies then, my bad. Oh, wait, did the fucking have you seen the comments for this?
Yeah, I don't want to know.
No, it's no, because it's the game has a very what's it called, like eat the rich mentality, but if the comments are like eat the rich, says the giant corporation selling overpriced PlayStations, or buy overrated battle pass. But I don't know, man, because Yeah, the internal reviews. Well, we'll see what the external reviews say. That's what I'll believe.
Well, the external reviews weren't good for Concord because it was like what, like 60 something, I think.
Yes.
Which for like game reviews scores might as well be like an F minus because like
Yeah.
most games don't go below like a 70, and a 70 is like supposedly like good for the most part, and
Yeah. Well, that's the average.
it went even below that. So yeah, rest in peace, Concord. I wish I could say you'd be missed, but you're not probably.
Yeah, but we'd be lying to you, dude. We'd be lying.
No, we don't. We do not lie on here. Oh shit! Whoops.
Whoa.
I still have you here on. But continuing on that Sony train, we have something else here. This one's kind of a head scratcher, but we have the Sony chief financial officer Hiroki Totoki saying that Sony does not have enough original franchises built from the ground up. And he's quoted saying, whether it's for games, films, or anime, we don't have that much IP that we fostered from the beginning. Totoki said in an interview with Financial Times, we're lacking the early phase of IP, and that's an issue for us. And, well, to that, we gotta say, are you kidding me? What? At least for games. Like,
you were out of your freaking mind.
Okay, like, we're... Like, okay, if you're talking, like, wide in general, across, like, movies and anime, okay, sure. Right? But games, specifically? Nah, man, we got what? Killzone,
Dude, a lot of
Resistance, Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter, Infamous.
Infamous.
So like, I said Resistance, right? Oh, Resistance, right?
Yeah, you said Resistance.
I mean, Last of Us was like the biggest example, modern example. You also have like God of War, right? Then you have the Spider-Man stuff on the games. So it's strange to hear him say something like this, especially since we kind of talked about this last time, where so many IPs from Sony are just not being used. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so I'm just saying, like Sony, so many IPs, like at least in the gaming front, are just not being used by Sony. Like, remember how we talked about last episode? There's been no like new Jack and Daxter release, whether it's a remaster or like a new game, and there's been no new Sly Cooper. They just released a Sly Cooper 4 on the PS3, and then they just decided, just fuck it, we're just never gonna do another one. Yeah. They've never even re-released that one ever, like at all. It's strapped on the PS3. The only way you can play it is to either go out and buy a PS3 and a copy of it, or get it on I was supposed to call it an education software and play it on there. We don't have a new Resistance game. We haven't had a new Killzone game. And God of War is probably going to go on hiatus for a while. So, like, clearly, like, we do have IPs, and also SOCOM as well. Right? SOCOM's also another one, right? Yeah. SOCOM is a game that could fill a nice niche, right? It's not a third-person narrative-based melee action game. It's like it's a third-person tactical shooter. I mean, that's something you could probably make, like, do, I guess, live service. Although I really don't want to use that word, but definitely be like a game of good, strong multiplayer focus that you can, put out there, and it'll be different enough from most other shooting games because it's. I mean, assuming you stick to its, roots and all. But any thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, we grew up on PS2, and like they have those franchises still that are not being used, and they can just I don't know, like get some second or third party to like just make something, kind of like how they made Daxter for the PSP, and just do something like that. It doesn't even have to. It doesn't even have to be like a huge game, It can be something simple.
Yeah, and they also closed down a lot of Sony Japan studios who made like little smaller games. Like,
for some reason they don't want to do that.
What was that?
They got their big name studios like Naughty Dog and Insomniac. Sorry, there was a huge delay. I was just saying, like, they could just pawn off the IPs to some of these smaller game developers and just let them kind of do their own thing with it,
Yeah, because I mean, in Insomniac's case, they're going to be doing Marvel games probably for a while because they're you know for a fact they're working on Spider-Man 3, and they
And they're
have
also
and they're working that Wolverine game, which God only knows when the fuck that's going to come out because I think that was revealed like 2 years ago. I think it's been. We have still
yeah. And
we have heard no
the
word
last
on
time
it.
we saw, yeah. Well, the last time we saw anything about it was the leaks. It showed some stuff, but that was what? Oh, look, it says it right there. The December 2023.
Yeah, the game was officially announced in September 2021.
Yeah.
That was
Wow.
2 fucking years ago. Three.
Yeah.
3 years ago, right? And we still have heard nothing about it. We don't even know like when it's going to come out. We haven't seen any new trailers. We haven't seen any gameplay of it. We got just one pre-rendered trailer with some claws, and that was it. Nothing else.
It's crazy.
Or
It's
like
insane.
so you got like you get the remastered route, remake route, right? Like you don't have to release new entries in these series, but at least do something with them. You have Capcom releasing freaking Marvel freaking 2, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which was thought to be impossible, but they did it, and then they packaged it together with a ton of other Marvel vs. Capcom games and an old Punisher game, and they're releasing it, and then they did it again with Marvel the Fighting Game Collection, Fighting Game Collection Volume 2, which was revealed last episode when we on the Switch, right, for the
Yes.
Nintendo Direct, which
Yeah.
I honestly forgot to cover about why that's so significant. Which I could probably give the TLDR on that. It's because Capcom vs SNK 2 is packaged with it, and that's also a very rare and very beloved game that many people thought was never going to come back because SNK went under before rising back up from the dead as SNK played more, and then they got bought out. I think they're owned by the Saudis now, so they're now bigger than ever. But everyone thought like, oh, they're surely never going to work together. Now here they are working together. Clearly SNK gave Capcom the okay to release Capcom vs SNK 2. They're also releasing Terry, on in Street Fighter 6 and in Street Fighter 6, two KOF characters that are going to be making their first guest appearances in any Capcom game that's not a crossover game. But I digress, right? I mean, I'm looking at it right here with Sony Entertainment franchises, like all these different games that they have, right? They have oh shit. They have Klonoa, which I know is a beloved game on the beloved platformer. Although, in fairness, I think they released like a remaster of it recently. Also have Gravity Rush, but they closed down the studio for that. They closed down a lot of Japan studios, but apparently this is like a beloved, cool classic game. Like not a lot of people played it, but the people who do play it say it's very, very good, and they always highly recommend it. You also have Dark Cloud, Resistance, right? We were just talking about that earlier. Like we haven't had like a new Resistance game in God knows how long, and that's a really cool game. Sly Cooper, SOCOM, Siphon Filter, like that's another one. That was like Sony's Splinter Cell before Splinter Cell, right?
Okay, because I never heard of that one.
Yeah, you might have seen gameplay on it. It was a PS1 game, and then it made its way over to the PSP. But they got the point is that these guys have IPs, right? They have stuff that they can make. And they don't have to do super huge things on it. You don't have to make like a huge, cinematic AAA game out of it. You can do something smaller for it. Twisted Metal. Also, I think there's supposed to be there's rumors of like a Twisted Metal game for Sony for like the PlayStation. I don't remember if it's gonna be like a live service game or not. I hope it's not. But like you can do stuff with it. Any other thoughts?
But they choose not to. No, just they're wasting their time. They're wasting their money when they got plenty of shit that they can already use. I don't know what it is. Well, I mean, I know what it is. It's greed, which is why they're focusing so much on live service. But it's the same comment as Matt Booty made when they shut down all those profitable studios for Microsoft. Like, oh, we don't have enough, and it's like, are you dumb? I'm like, it carries that same level of stupidity. Yeah, I think they think that's the kindest way to write it. Use your IPs, man. Come on, Sony.
You
Don't
mean
be like Microsoft.
With Matt Booty? You
Matt
mean
Booty said?
yeah? With Matt Booty said
Yeah.
you mean like when he was saying we need like more smaller games that get us awards?
Yes, exactly. It carries that same energy. Like it's not even ironic. I'm still thinking of Peppermint's face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that was from the freaking. That was from the freaking
studio,
director.
yeah, bro.
That was from the creative director of Hi-Fi Rush. And then at the same time, you had other Xbox heads saying, "Oh, but you know, we have too many studios. You know, we just can't manage them all. It's just not feasible." It's like, well, who fucking bought them all? Who spent all this money on all these? Who spent all this money on all these studios before you check to see if you can even manage them in the first place?
And I thought the whole point was to leave the studios alone, to let them work, and then they make you money. I thought that was the way you were going to manage it. But whatever. I'm upset. I'm upset all over again.
Well, out of this list, what would you say is like a game you would love to see come back? I mean, I know you haven't played anything Sony. Sony in a while, but
dude, easy, Jack and Daxter. Like either a remaster, or a remake, or a sequel. Like Jack and Daxter was where it was at for me. And Ratchet and Clank, they're already kind of doing. They've already done like a sequel, like with Rifts Apart.
Yeah.
And I think I've told you I've never played Sly Cooper, so maybe a remake of Sly Cooper would be pretty cool.
Oh, Sly Cooper's great.
Yeah, I mean, obviously for the computer, because I'm not buying a PlayStation.
No, bro, you don't want a Pro?
Screw you, man. That's how that dude. Like, man, we can't wait to talk about that shit. Let's just try and get through it so we can talk some shit about
Patapon. Oh my, I forgot about Patapon. Patapon's so fun too. It's a cute, charming game. So Jack and Daxter is what you'd want. Like remake, remaster. Patapon. It's a game on PSP. It's a little rhythm game where you have like a little army.
Yeah.
And in order to move the army forward, you have to like play music for them because you're like the god of them and you're like their patron god, and like you have to play music. So each face button represents like a beat. So it'll be like pata pata poon, like square square triangle. And you have to press like in rhythm to get them to move. And there's different commands. You have to like memorize them all to get them. So they'd be like, okay, go pata pata poon. Okay, now you start moving forward. Boon boon pata poon. That's when you get them to like start attacking and stuff. It's really cute game. It's really good game. And it was so charming. It was such catchy music too. You should look up gameplay of it because it was really cool. Personally, Patapon. It was on the PSP. Very good game. Never finished it because I got stuck on some part and I couldn't fucking do the rhythm for it. It was so hard. I don't know why it got so difficult. But personally, I would love to see Sly Cooper come back because like those. Like thinking back on it, I think like out of those mascot platformers we had with Sony, I think Sly Cooper might have been my favorite. Although Ratchet and Clank is probably up there too. But Ratchet and Clank's already pretty. I think Ratchet and Clank's being treated pretty well. Like Ratchet's eating good, right? He had a new game come out. He had a reboot before that. But I definitely want to see like a new Sly Cooper game because I love Sly Cooper. Like it's really. What were you gonna say?
Sorry, the delay is killing me on this. I was just gonna say the remake of the original Ratchet and Clank was really, really good from what I've seen, and that's a game I would play on Steam.
Yeah, it's a good game. I mean, you could just play Rifts Apart. It's on Steam. You don't even have to play the remake. I don't think the remake's even on there.
Well, I'm saying like if it was, I'd play it.
Yeah, because you played Ratchet and Clank, right? You played the first one Going Commando.
So not the first one, but I played the second one, Going Commando, and of course Up Your Arsenal. But I never played Deadlock.
Oh, Deadlock's great too.
It always put me off that there was no Clank. Like,
oh yeah, because Clank's like your guy on the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clank's like your guy on the computer, and you have like 2 robo buddies to help you out instead. It's also co-op, so like,
yeah.
I mean, we could. This is a day I could just put on here right now. We could always like get some education software, and then we could use Parsec so that you and I can play a co-op together.
Dang, yeah, that sounds pretty good. You have to show me how that works, though.
Yeah, I have to figure out myself because I've never used Parsec, so we figure out together. But outside of that, I want to see like either a new Sly Cooper game. I would love to see a sequel because the 4th game was left on a cliffhanger, like a massive fucking cliffhanger, and they just left it there. But at the very least, I would love to see them release like a collection. Either like on PS5, I mean, of course, I'm releasing on PS5, but PS5, but especially PC, right? Because they're on this whole like PC path now. And I would really like for them to release a new Killzone. Maybe release the like second or third one, because the second one and third ones are the best on PC. So like, really, I just want to see them like at the very least release these games on PC, dude. Like in some way, like get the Sly Cooper games, put them on PC. Get Jack and Daxter remake, remaster, whatever. Put them on PC. Get Killzone, remaster it, put it on PC. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I would like to see. Nothing else here really catches my eye in particular. Maybe a new Siphon filter, because I think a cool stealth game would be nice.
Yeah,
but man, it's just please just stop. We can only take so much Last of Us, guys. Come on, I get it. Last of Us is like one of the highest praised games of all time, but I'm kind of tired of Last of Us and Horizon. Horizon's like the fucking Avatar of video games, where it comes out and wows everybody, but then it just leaves our collective consciousness within like a month.
Yes.
It doesn't help that both times those games came out, they were released next to the greatest open world games of all time that revolutionized gaming, which was Tears of the Kingdom and then Elden Ring. That's been the worst fucking luck. That is the worst luck.
Do that shit on purpose, dude.
Yeah, Miyazaki and Aoji Onumura planned it out. Where are the Americans releasing? Oh, not the American. They're not even American. They're like, I forgot. They're like Dutch, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I think they're Dutch. Whatever. One of the Westerners is gonna release their big game. Fuck them. We're gonna release our freaking Legend of Zelda game, and you know what? It's gonna be considered one of the greatest Legend of Zelda games of all time, and it's gonna be like revolutionary open world. And then Miyazaki came in and is all like, "Oh no, I'm gonna release the greatest boss fight of all time, and it's gonna beat Horizon's ass." And then he released Elden Ring, and Elden Ring went on to be like one of the greatest games of all time.
Yes.
And then he released one of the greatest DLCs of all time this year. All right.
Good shit.
So with all that venting out of the way, let's we're still on the Sony train here, man, but we're kind of moving on a bit. So this was actually announced today. I actually wanted to talk about Clear Obscure, the gameplay they released a few weeks ago, but I had to make room for the PS5 Pro because this is quite a doozy, man. Especially considering it's fucking $700. So you can see here, right? PS5 Pro at $700. And of course, we have here a PlayStation blog with Sony. Of course, are going to talk up their own product, but this was revealed yesterday. I said yesterday, right? Or did I say today? No, it was yesterday. And this was revealed via a video with the great Mike Cerny, who we all know and love because he's a really good engineer and he's very enthusiastic about his work. But the presentation itself left a little bit to be desired. For some deets on the PS5, pretty much the big things that they're pushing forward with this is that it's going to have AI upscaling, ray tracing, and there was a third thing that they were going to push forward, but I can't remember what it is right now. And essentially, there's the whole point of the PS5 Pro is going to be, hey, like how you have to pick between performance mode and fidelity mode? Now you no longer have to do that. Now you can just get a PS5 Pro, and there you go. Like you're going to get the best of both worlds. You're going to get your beautiful graphics, your 4K 60 ray tracing, but you're also going to get like I said, your 60 FPS. You don't have to pick between one or the other. Now that'll only be $700, please. Right? Oh, you want a disc tray? Yeah, that'll be an extra $80. Oh, you can't stand it next to your TV? Oh, that's gonna be an extra. I think it was like $50.
Dude, that's so. They're nickel and diming every aspect.
And well, I mean, sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was gonna say, and all for what?
Yeah, all for. Oh, I'll show you all for what. Actually, here you go, man. This is what you're gonna get. Of course, it's a screenshot, so it's not exactly gonna look the best. But you see any differences?
No.
How about now?
No.
How about now?
No.
No. Oh wait, here. Oh, look at the crowd. Ooh, they look a little sharper, huh?
No. How about now? Now? No. Now? No. No.
So
Actually, the Hogwarts Legacy looks pretty dope.
yeah, the ray tracing really brings it in. Actually, so we'll give you credit on this one, Sony. Yeah, this has everyone kind of scratching their heads over this, and this kind of this comes in, after everyone has been kind of saying, well, I mean, do we really even need a PS5 Pro? Because it feels like, this generation hasn't really done much. There hasn't really been many games that have been, pushing the specs on stuff. Because with the Switch, right, you could argue that, the Switch has been overdue for a successor or for like a Switch Pro for like years now, because it's been pushed to limits, and it was pushed to limits like 2 years in, because the Switch technology was like fucking ancient.
Yeah.
But now we have Sony here being like, all right, $700, would you please? So this is only going to appeal to the people who are the biggest, like, super fans of Sony, which, you know what? It's your money, man. You can spend it on what you want. But as for me, I can't say I'm terribly interested. I think I'm good with my base PS4 product. base PS5 product.
And I'm good with no PlayStation. I've already sworn off consoles a long time ago, unless it's Nintendo.
Yeah, right. Because that's kind of the thing. Like with consoles, like this gen has really shown that. Has kind of made the argument that you don't really need a console anymore, right? Like if you have a console, it's just because you're too lazy to build a PC at this point. Because for $700, you can build a PC that's probably just as good as a PS5 Pro, if not better, at this point.
I agree.
Any other thoughts?
No, I don't know why. Again, like I don't know if this is because of the Concord issue that they were losing a lot of money, so now they can justify the price increase. I know that one of the stories mentioned that they cited lack of competition as like a reason to jump the price up, but I don't think that's it at all. I really do think that they're like losing money, and they even said, they're adjusting the price as is, like what it is now, because they want to protect their margins, which means some areas didn't make as much money as they thought they would, so they're trying to compensate for that. And I think I was even talking about it with a coworker at work, because he was asking me for advice on like, hey, should I get like a PlayStation 5 controller off of eBay for like 100? I think like what's the typical price for a PlayStation controller?
It's like $60. PS5? It's like $60.
60?
Well, now 65 because they raised it.
Yeah, exactly.
He raised it by $5.
So I told him, like, yeah, no, you're better off getting it on eBay, man. Because this whole disaster with Concord, they're probably going to raise the prices on everything to try and make some money back, like, overall. And I really think that's what it is. Because as far as lack of competition, I mean, everything in the industry, as far as like Xbox and Sony, kind of sucks right now. So it's not that there's competition; it's just like, well, everything is bad.
Well, let me say this, right? For competition, right? Sony's only competitor really is Xbox, because Nintendo doesn't give a fuck. They're just kind of doing their own thing. So really, their only real competition is Xbox, and we know that PlayStations have been selling 5-1 compared to Xbox consoles. So, like, when you put it in that context, yeah, right. Like, can you even really say they have competition at that point when they are smearing the walls with Xbox? Yeah. And Xbox pretty much just doesn't care about the console market anymore. Like, I know, like you didn't agree with me at the time, but like I think like Xbox is just leaving the console market at this point. Like soft leaving is what I mean. Is what I said. That's pretty much what I said. That their focus isn't going to be on selling hardware. It's going to be on getting people on Game Pass and then milking them as much as possible on Game Pass. And then also publishing their games on as many platforms as possible. They don't really care if you buy a console. They just care if you buy one of their games and you get a Game Pass subscription. And that's about it. So really, like, all we have is Sony and Nintendo at this point for competition. And Sony and Nintendo aren't really in competition with each other because Nintendo's been doing their own thing for a while. And Sony, in this case, has pretty much been just, they've been doing what they've been doing. Like, it's like very straightforward core style gaming, as opposed to like Nintendo, where like Nintendo kind of treats their products like toy products. I mean, look at it this way, man. For the longest time, the biggest selling point of a new console was the graphics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like, oh my god, it looks so much better. Like, you go from the PS1 to PS2, your mind was fucking blown by like how much better the games looked, right? Like, oh my god, so much more polygons and better lighting. And then our minds were fucking blown again when the PS2 and the PS3 came out. We're like, oh my god, it looks even better, so lifelike. There's never gonna be any better graphics than this. And then the PS3, the PS4 came out, and you know, it looked good, right? But there was definitely some diminishing returns. And then we went from PS4 to PS5, and now we're seeing even more diminishing returns. So you have, you know, less and less people, you know, being wowed, you know, by graphics. But that's kind of all Sony has at this point. So like they still have to kind of push out this whole like, oh no, our thing can still push out, you know, the best graphics for it. But you know, without finding like a new way to like interact with the game like Nintendo did, it's gonna be hard to sell it on just that alone.
Yeah.
And we're kind of seeing that with the PS5, where people are kind of like, what the fuck am I going to buy this for some diminishing returns? Because, you know, the Switch is cool. I can play it on the go. I can play it on my TV. You know?
Oh, hang on. I hear you, but my screen's not moving.
Okay, you just froze.
Oh, there we go. Now the screen's moving.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
And then before the Switch, there was the Wii U, which, okay, well, the Wii U didn't do, you know, the best. But, you know, it had some kind of unique gimmick to it. And then before that, you had the Wii, which changed the way we played the games. It didn't do a very good job at it most of the time, but it gave you something, a new way to interact with games, right? With the shitty ass motion controls that you had. But you know, as long as PlayStation wants to, you know, go down this path of, oh, okay, our you know, our games are just, you know, our consoles are gonna push graphical boundaries over and over again. Then yeah, it's natural that we reach this point where the PS5 Pro is now pretty much like a glorified PC.
With no games.
With no games. Which I actually looked it up. The PS5 games there are like exclusive, and it's pathetic.
Yeah, I bet it was.
It's like there's like granted it was missing a few because it was games that only appeared in the PS5. Right? It didn't include games that also appeared on PS5 and PC. But even if you take that in consideration, it still sucks, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like you have pretty much Returnal, which is on PS5. You can get it on PC, but it's also on PS5. You have God of War game, but that was on PS4. You didn't have to upgrade to get it. Horizon Forbidden West, also on the PS4. You didn't have to upgrade to get it. What else? Spider-Man, right? Pretty much Marvel Spider-Man 2 is like the only like one that you can it's the only one that's on PS5. It's not on PC, but it doesn't look like that much better than the Marvel 1 Spider-Man. It looks like maybe like how it looked in the PS4 Pro. Then you have, you know, Rebirth, which, you know, it's a beautiful game, but it doesn't look that much better than Remake did on the PS4 Pro or the PC version of Remake. It pretty much looks like that. It looks better than, you know, base PS4 Remake, but not much better. So yeah, like it's hard. Like it's like, okay, well, I have this PS5 that can't really, you know, play a lot of games, and the games that do don't look that much better than the games I had on PS4. I know I spoke a lot there. Any thoughts on that?
No. That everything you said, it makes sense. I just it just really feels they're really just trying to squeeze as much money out of their products as possible at this point. And like you said, this is really only for like the hardcore fanboys, because every normal person is not going to be spending this much on a PlayStation.
Yeah, and if you want to spend this much, just get a fucking PC, bro. They're gonna end up on PC anyways.
Yeah, exactly. And also, they I discovered this with Jesse recently about the Micro Center.
Yeah, we have a Micro Center where I live, and it's amazing.
Yeah. Yes, dude. They have everything you need, like literally every part you can think of, and tables to build your computer once you buy everything. So, and also people are there to help you build a computer if you don't know what you're doing. So.
Yeah, you just pay a little extra, and you can get someone to build it for you, and there you go. You'll have something that will be future proof, right? You don't have to buy like new stuff for a while. You can enjoy mods, pretty much all the perks that you can get on PC, right?
Yeah,
and you know. It's hard, yeah. It's hard to justify getting a PS5 Pro. I barely have justified PS5. I pretty much got this thing for Rebirth.
Yeah.
And Marvel Spider-Man 2, that's it. Like those are pretty much the game. I mean, now Astrobot, because now apparently Astrobot's the fucking bee's knees.
Yeah.
But we all know that's probably going to show up on PC one of these days. Not for a while, but one of these days.
Oh no, sorry.
You good?
No, it went. Yeah, no, I thought it froze again because it went silent. You just went silent.
Okay, no, because I didn't hear anything from you, so I was waiting for it to come back.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, I think that's where I ended. I was like, no more thoughts on this. Damn, we're so traumatized by the freezing. We're just like, oh no, frozen. Stay quiet and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is, man. It's been raining a lot. We've been having nothing but thunderstorms for weeks. It's been like a thunderstorm every day for like a week now, over a week now, week and a half, I'd say. I imagine the rain's really messing up with the connection. The clouds and the rain are messing up the collection. All right, so let's move on. All right, so let's talk about some Ubisoft, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So for our next story, we have more Ubisoft woes, right? And there, what's probably gonna be Ubisoft, one of the biggest Ubisoft's L years between Skull and Bones and the newly released Star Wars Outlaws. So apparently, Star Wars Outlaws, at least according to analysts, is selling lower than expected, and has resulted in a 10-year low of Ubisoft's stock price, where it is now at a whopping 15.22 euros, which represents a 12.6 drop. And this is the lowest their stock has been in over 10 years. And just to give some context on the sales, you have an analyst from GameIndustry.biz, Christopher Dring, saying that Star Wars Outlaws, at least in the UK, sold 55% lower than what Star Wars Jedi Survivor sold during its launch period. But he also remarks that it sold 15% better than Massive Entertainment's previous release, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. But also, Frontiers of Pandora didn't really sell all that great during its launch period. We don't know how much it sold in total now, but it wasn't very good at launch.
Yes.
So, yeah, once again, Ubisoft is continuing their L year because they just can't stop making games that are just kind of middling at this point. This has been kind of the common reception for it. There's been like people saying like, the game just feels kind of incomplete and then a little half-assed. There's a really good job at nailing the Star Wars atmosphere and visuals, but the story is not very good until you get to like the very end of it, and then it becomes pretty decent. But you have to go through a lot in order for it to actually get decent. The gunplay is pretty basic. You pretty much just get the blaster, and that's it. You just use the blaster, and like the stealth in particular also got a lot of ire because for some reason Ubisoft forgot that it's not 2002 anymore, and they put stealth missions that have instant fail states. So if you get spotted, then it instantly fails.
It instantly fails the mission.
And those in particular are actually getting an update because apparently even the director agrees, or the creative director Julian Garidi agrees that it was a mistake to put those into the game and that they will be patching it soon. And apparently, according to him, that was something they added in later on in the development, like so kind of a last minute inclusion.
Really?
Which I'm not really sure why. He said, I think it feels unfair, and believe it or not, this wasn't our intention. This is more of something that crept in the last week or so, and that we're correcting already for a patch that's coming maybe in 10 days. So yeah, according to him, it was not an intended thing. He said it crept in, which is kind of a funny word to use. It makes it sound like it's like a creature that just like crawled in, even though you guys are the designers of the game. You're the ones who made it. It doesn't just crept in, you put it in.
Somebody thought it was a good idea.
Someone somewhere thought it was a good idea, and they should have been told no. So there's some.
But no, go ahead.
Yeah, so this has led to some investors becoming a little upsetty spaghetti with Ubisoft, and look, my highlights are gone. One investor. Oh, there they are. Okay, then one investment fund. Hedge fund in particular called AJ Investments, which hold less than 1% of stock in Ubisoft, urged the board of directors for the company to go private because they felt that they weren't doing a particularly good job. And this was stated in an open letter that they wrote to them. It's actually interesting to read this. I'm going to read it actually directly. So They say in an open letter that we believe that Ubisoft is a great company developing, distributing, and selling video games. Ubisoft has long-standing history providing great experiences for players all around the world. Their IPs such as Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Tom Clancy's, Just Dance, Crew, Rayman, and others are extraordinary and can attract millions of players over time. However, we believe that Ubisoft's current valuation is deeply undervalued and should be worth between 40 to 45 euros per share. The main reason why the valuation is so low compared to its peer is that Ubisoft at current state is mismanaged and shareholders are hostage of Guillermo's. That's a weird ass. It's a weird. Yeah, Yves Guillermo. Yeah, it's a French name. So Yves Guillermo, I think that's how you say it. Of the Guillermo family members and Tencent who take advantage of them. Management is focused on pleasing investors with beating quarterly results and not focusing on long-term strategy to provide exceptional experience for the gamers. Our company has extensive knowledge about the gaming industry, and we were long-term shareholders in Activision Blizzard, and we started our Ubisoft position a couple weeks ago and are still adding to it. We cannot understand the decision-making process of current management that is focused on releasing multiple average games per year that are harming Ubisoft's reputation among gamers community instead of focusing to provide hit games within its exceptional franchise portfolio. Wow, so yeah, it's a pretty damning yet accurate statement. Yeah, they got called out really hard. I mean, it goes on. Like they talk about, they give like some valuation on their games they released, like Division Heartland was a much expected game, was canceled. I don't know what Division Heart. I think was that the Battle Royale one. I don't remember. Skull and Bones release was not a success. Prince of Persia: Lost Crown was okay, but not very impressive as nobody talks about the game anymore. Rainbow Six is doing great, but franchises like Rayman, Splinter Cell, For Honor, Watch Dogs are sleeping for years despite these games being loved by gamers around the world. Okay.
Yeah, that is true. Splinter Cell is a really good franchise. I love it. I love Splinter Cell.
Yes. Yeah, Splinter Cell games are good, and they have done fucking nothing with it. Apparently, there's been rumors of like, or they actually, no, Ubisoft themselves said I think that they're doing like a remake of the first game, but we have heard nothing about it in a while. Now, granted, in this same open letter, this guy is also calling for like more layoffs and stuff. So like, you know, not everything he says is cool, but his assessment, of Ubisoft is very accurate. And it's clear that he does not like, or I'm sorry, this company really does not like the Guillermo. Yeah, the Guillermo family. Which, I mean, quite frankly, I mean, I know that they're family owned, technically, because it's pretty much run by the Guillermo family. But, man, he is so right when he says that they just keep releasing average games every year because, I mean, outside of the Lost Crown, the Prince of Persia game that just came out, I can't remember the last time they released something that was exceptionally good and like well loved by the gaming audience as well as critics. And even like critics are like, yeah, they're okay at best, which is really what all their games have been. It's just they've just been fine. They have a lot of mechanics, but they don't really like focus on anything. They're all open world and they'll have a lot of content, but the content's kind of meh.
Very, very meh.
Yeah, I think the last game I really liked was actually Rainbow Six Siege. I think was a lot of fun when I played it in 2015. Which is funny because we were all dogging on it in 2014. It's like, oh, this is like a Counter-Strike ripoff. And then I ended up playing. I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty fun. I actually really liked it. I played it for like a year before quitting. It's a really fun game. And it's still going really strong. Like, a lot of people play it and they love it. Any thoughts?
I was never much into Rainbow Six. Siege, anyway. I tried to play it, but the learning curve was too steep for me. Yeah, they're an average company selling average games, but marketing them as quadruple A titles. And then now, really, all that's left is Assassin's Creed Shadows, right?
Yeah, and I mean, we'll see how that do. We'll see how that do. I think it's November.
Oh, I don't have much expectations for that game.
Yeah, we'll see how that does. Because Assassin's Creed games usually do pretty well. At least in terms of sales. But like reception, I mean, I think Mirage was considered okay, which is a shame because like it seemed like it was going to be more of a back to basics. And even then, a lot of people said like, yeah, it's kind of just okay at this point. Because I was actually kind of interested in Mirage, and then I saw it was like more like, oh, it's just more Ubisoft mediocrity. It's like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't.
Like, oh, yeah.
Also, doesn't help that they want that Uconnect nonsense.
It's gross. I hate that.
Yeah, I really don't want to. That's why I probably get the Prince of Persia game on my PlayStation 5, so I don't have to deal with that. I'd rather just get it on there. Just forget it. I don't want to do Uconnect. Anything else?
No, no, not really.
Um, well, what do you think they should try to do? Besides, like, of
Um,
course, make better games, bro. Just Biped, right? But well, actually, hold on. Since we're going on the Sony franchise, what's one Ubisoft franchise you see come back?
Honestly, like I said, Splinter Cell. The last one I played was Blacklist, and that was fun. And actually, I
It's
think
a
we
fun
played it
game.
together. We played it together because they have like co-op story missions where you can like infiltrate together, and it was really really good. Also, a really fun game that doesn't get talked about a lot. I don't know if you remember Tom Clancy's End War.
Oh, was that a strategy game?
Yeah, it was a strategy game, but it was really cool. It was on Xbox 360, and you actually gave orders through your headset.
Oh yes, I remember. I remember.
That was fucking rad.
You played that?
You really, yeah, I had it.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude, I had it,
I
and
don't. I just
I
don't remember.
beat it. It was, yeah, dude. The mechanics of ordering your troops around by voice command. I mean, it was really rudimentary, and it had to be specific words. It couldn't just be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
little
yeah.
boy, go over here." It had to be. It'd be like Unit 5A, move to Point Foxtrot, and then they move. And then sometimes they misread it because, well, honestly, it's my fault because I mumble a lot sometimes. and and so they would go in the other direction. You're like, no, no, stop what you're doing, go the other way, and then you just give up and use your controller to like flick it in the other direction.
Oh man, I feel bad for people with accents.
Dude,
Good
yes,
fucking luck playing that. If you don't have
but it
American English
was
accent, forget it.
yeah, no American English accent whatsoever. So I would like to see that. I would like to see Splinter Cell. What else? I mean, I actually never played the Rayman games. Are they good?
I played the last one. I forgot what it was called though. It was like the 2D one that was like hand
Hmm.
drawn sprites and stuff. It was
Oh,
good.
was it the
It
side?
was yeah. It was fun. I can't remember what it was called though. But it is a good game. It was really fun. It had
Hmm.
co-op. Nice fun little game. I also did have Rayman. I forgot what it was like Rayman Arena or something. It was the first PS2 game I ever got, and it was
Hmm.
like not mini games. It was kind of like Deadlock, where the story has you like in a Coliseum games. It was
Yes.
like that, but like you had to like perform like a bunch of challenges and stuff. I didn't have it for too long, but I do remember playing it, and I also did play a little bit of Rayman 3 on the PS2 because I think my brother also had it, but I don't remember much about it because I was like 7 years old, so I'm not gonna remember that.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. But I would like to play those games. You know what I would love for them to do? Um, this might sound like kind of a ripoff, but make an Assassin's Creed game with certain missions that play out like a level of Hitman, creative ways to like take out a target. You know what I mean? Yeah, because dude, I don't know why, I don't know like what the algorithm has suggested to me, but it knows me better than I know myself. But it has been suggesting to me playthroughs of Hitman 3, all the different like missions, and I see all like the the videos of all these different ways that these people are playing this game, and it's cool, and and actually now I'm interested in picking up Hitman, and then it got me thinking,
Is it
well,
because
why
he's
don't
bald like you?
no, shut up. But I mean, but dude, the Hitman series has been around for a while now, and they've really done a really. I know that it was rough at launch, right? Hitman 3 was pretty rough at launch
I don't know.
because it didn't
Which
have.
one was Hitman
Well,
3? Was that Absolution? Or?
no, I don't know. It was the most recent one, like the most current gen, the one
Oh,
with the
that's
really
right,
weird
because of
physics.
yeah, because their name
Yeah,
convention's fucking stupid. Because they had like
yeah, dude.
Hitman, yeah, and then because it was the first one was like Hitman Blood Money,
And
I mean
then
Hitman Silent Assassin. I'm sorry, then it was like Hitman Blood Money, then it was
then
like
Absolution,
then
I
like
think.
Absolution, I think, and then they went like Hitman, and then Hitman 2, and then Hitman 3. It's like what the fuck? What is this?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Okay, the more recent one, yeah, okay.
yeah, and now the most recent one I think is called like World of Assassination, which is like a combination of Hitman 1, 2, and 3. But it's weird. Like, but it's the one with the weird physics. Like, you remember the meme where he throws a suitcase and the suitcase literally like rolls in the air and follows the target like around the corner and shit and
Okay,
hits.
no, I'll see that
You know,
later.
no, oh, dude, you got to see it, dude. It's so fucking funny. You know what? Watch Donkey play Hitman. and I think you'll see that meme. But if not, just look up Hitman like
Uh,
flying suitcase, like homing suitcase
okay,
or some shit.
okay.
It's but anyway, like it got me thinking, like, damn, dude, why doesn't Assassin's Creed do something like this? Yeah, I mean, have have the open world esque thing, but then like main assassinations, like I guess at least story mission assassinations, have it be creative like that, you know?
Sandbox levels are you asking for, pretty much?
Yes, yeah, sandbox levels. And I know there is some creativity that people do, and I've seen it, especially in the older Assassin's Creed titles. But yeah, man, there should be there should be something kind of like that.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Like, go for a more linear experience with it.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll definitely be a nice change of pace, which I mean they kind of did with what was it, Assassin's Creed Origins, where they kind of turned into Witcher, but then they made all their fucking games Witcher, and they got kind of old.
No, it got kind of old, and they got really, really lazy with it.
Yeah, it got old and it got bloated, and yeah, I think it's a really cool idea. I was kind of thinking of something similar too, like how about they just like ditch the open world stuff and just make it like level based. Just make
Honestly,
it like just make it like Hitman. Drop you down like in a in a sandbox level. You do some assassinations. Maybe you have like some scripted like sword fights and stuff, like where you have to fight. Is you still gotta throw that stuff in there just for the sake of variety. And it would be really cool. Like it'd be really nice and focused. It would probably be a lot easier to write the story and make like good characters because you know where everything's gonna lead. You don't have to compensate for the fact that it's open world and people could do anything. It'll lead to a much more better, more focused game. That's a good idea.
Yeah, and also like since you focus it by levels, the levels themselves can have plenty of detail. Because dude, let me tell you, some of the missions that I've seen for Hitman 3 were fucking like it's amazing the detail. Like these guys go all out. Like you can tell just the amount of creativity that you see in each one of these different videos, and you see all these different playthroughs and all these different like going loud or going quiet, and it's just it's awesome. So I would like for them to do that, but I think that's more like a quintuple A title instead of quadruple A.
Oh wow, okay, you're adding a whole new one, huh?
I don't know, man. It sounds like a quint.
Where's a sextuple A after that?
Well, I mean, that's when they introduced VR.
Well, they actually had a VR Assassin's Creed game. It actually looked kind of cool too.
Oh yeah, they did. Well, which one was that one?
I don't know. I remember what it was called. I've seen it. Yeah, it's Assassin's Creed VR game. It actually seemed kind of cool. So to their credit, it was a cool idea. I mean, they kind of nailed it. At least from what I saw. I mean, people say it's actually pretty good too.
Cool.
Like genuinely, it's good, and it makes good use of VR.
Cool. But,
well, personally for me, I like to see like a new Prince of Persia game, but not 2D. Like it's great that they did what they did with this one, and I still want to play it. It still looks really cool, but I would love to see like a traditional 3D one, like the 3D ones during the PS2 era, something like that.
Yes.
And that again, that offers Ubisoft a chance to make something a little more level based. Something more level based, more focused, something smaller, so they don't have to, blow up $1 billion on making a big ass open world with a bunch of half ass content. You can just focus on okay, this is our thing, right? We got our hardcore parkour, we got some sword fighting, we got some puzzles, and maybe some other like new feature or something like the type magic in like Sands of Time, something like that. Right, nice and focused.
Yeah.
That's the point. Just make something smaller and more focused. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's enough discussion on Ubisoft.
I think so. Ubisoft, give us money. We just give you ideas. AJ Investments, hire us.
So, for our next story, we have here not surprising news concerning Rocksteady, who have been hit with the inevitable layoffs that we all knew was going to happen. So, as a result of Suicide Squad's Kill the Justice League's poor sales, which, by the way, cost Warner Bros. Discovery $200 million. Well, it caused a hit in $200 million. Not the $200 million to make. We don't know how much it cost to make, but it caused a hit of $200 million. This has resulted in the quality assurance team being cut down from 33 members to 15 members. And the 18 people who have been cut were a mixture of junior employees and veteran employees who have been at the studio for about 5 years. So yeah, this is very much unsurprising.
Yeah, nothing to say on that, dude.
And of course, QA is the first one to get hit, man. I mean, I'm sure that's gonna lead to much better products, right? Cutting your QA department in half.
Now that's a vicious cycle if I ever heard one.
Especially when you got people who have been there for 5 years, right? That's
Yeah.
that's knowledge and talent that gets lost. Now if you want to hire new guys, right? Sure, you'll spend less money on hiring them, but now they're gonna take even longer to do their jobs, which means it's gonna take longer to make the games because the QA process is gonna be even longer.
Yes.
Which case then you're gonna have to be like, okay, well, I have to spend more money in the long run to actually get the product out, or I can do what I always like to do is cut corners and just say fuck it, and just push the game out before it's done. Right? This is be a nice classic move in the video games industry. But man, any thoughts on this?
No, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, game lost money, so now the studio is gonna have to pay what we lost, which point out like, hey, this game's, and then eventually it'll lead to developers losing their jobs, like you said, knowledge, because they're veteran people that got laid off. So now you have people that have little to no idea what kind of a game you want to make, and even if they do, they don't have experience making it. So honestly, that's the main thing for me, because if you're good at what you do and you know how to take certain shortcuts, or not really shortcuts, but you know how to be efficient with your work, that's different than cutting corners. But you have new people, so that's all they're gonna fucking do is just cut corners. Because
Yeah, exactly.
They got a sweaty ass CEO sweating, breathing down their neck. Like, hey, where's my game? I just started working here. Yeah, you should have a game already. Where is it? Where's my bajillion-dollar franchise, bitch?
Those yachts are gonna buy themselves. Come on, chop chop. I need those stock bonuses.
Fuck you, you're fired.
Yeah, I mean, so we'll see what this means for Rocksteady, because, man, because with the way this game, Suicide Squad went, it would not surprise me if like they get sold or even like shut down sometime in the future. I kind of don't even want to do an over under with them, because last time we did that with Concord, we were off.
Yeah, no.
So, but what was it? You said like, Concord gets shut down like 6 months or less.
6 months? No. I think we compromised 6 months to a year.
6 months to a year, right? That's why it didn't even last a fucking month.
Bro, I think it was actually right after we recorded the episode.
It was literally the day after.
Dude, yeah, and the news went live, and I'm like,
the day after.
I was like, God damn it, our video's already outdated. This blows. Fuck.
Yeah, this is what happens when you do a bi-weekly.
Yeah.
When you do bi-weekly episodes.
My god. Oh man, it's fucking crazy. But yeah, Rocksteady is in for a rough time right now.
Oh.
And so is Warner Brothers.
So yeah, so is Warner Brothers. Oh, did it say that they want to work on a Hogwarts Legacy 2, which like no surprise.
Yeah, but
the game only sold like a bajillion fucking copies.
I actually started playing it again.
I know, I saw.
Yeah.
I thought you finished it.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Damn, okay. Other one in the pile.
I know. Honestly, I was playing it again because my friend Aislinn picked it up on sale, and she loves it. She loves the game a lot.
Oh yeah, if you're a Harry Potter fan, that game is made for you.
And she is, especially the whole thing about collecting the magic beasts. I knew she would love that. Like, she was like, "Oh my god, like I'm trying to finish all of like the quest for the room of requirements so I can like expand the space and like capture more animals." And I'm like, "Yeah, I knew you'd like that." That's her thing, man. She loves. I mean, she owns like lizards and stuff.
So she's a real life. She's a real life newt salamander.
She really is. She really is. So
Miss Fantastic Beasts herself.
Fantastic Beasts, exactly. She got a whole zoo in her house, and man, I love her for it.
Oh, That's nice, and it's a responsibility, but that must be nice.
Yeah, no, it isn't. No, she loves it.
All right. Well, you know what isn't nice? Well, it's not being so nice over at Microsoft, particularly with company Jyamma Games, who are working on the soon-to-be released Souls-like Enortia Last Days. And, well, apparently, Enortia Last Days was actually going to be delayed on Xbox Series X and Series S. And you're probably wondering, well, why is that? Well, some people would say, well, obviously because the Series S can't handle it because, we've heard stories about this over and over again about the Series S can't handle, more demanding games like we had with Baldur's Gate 3. And then eventually Xbox had to rescind that requirement for Baldur's Gate 3 because Baldur's Gate 3 was too big. But
yes.
In Enortia's case, that's not what's happening. Apparently, according to Jyamma Games themselves, they initially said that despite our best efforts and hard work of our dedicated team, we've encountered challenges that have delayed our release in the Xbox platform. We apologize for any disappointments this may cause and sincerely thank you for understanding and patience. As a self-published indie studio, your support means everything to us, and we are dedicated to bringing Enortia to as many players as possible. However, when Enortia was asked to clarify, the CEO himself went on to say that, yeah, you can ask Xbox. They haven't answered us in 2 months. Obviously, they don't care about Enortia, and they don't care about you. This is how he responded to someone on Discord who was asking for a clarification on it.
Wow.
And for added context, the CEO went on to say that the context is open a store page and submission. We've had Xbox Series X and S versions ready, but we can't proceed with submission and release. We spent a lot of money for porting and they decided to ignore us. Okay. So apparently Xbox has just been ignoring all of their emails. And obviously this has made Enortia very big mad. And by the way, this is what Enortia is. Souls-like game that uses mixed of Italian folklore, and like the whole gimmick is like you have masks, and it's kind of like Majora's Mask, where like the masks give you like different powers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I actually played it myself, and I played it for like 5 minutes, and I was like, this controls like shit. And then I just turned it off. But if you are interested in the game, there's actually an 8-hour demo you can play. You can play the first 8 hours of the game, which to me is crazy. But
and there must be a lot of game, or they're pretty confident in it.
Yeah, or they're pretty confident in it. But, as you can see, it's another freaking Souls-like. Like, there is a million of them. But after Elden Ring, I've kind of had my fill for now, so I'm good. Especially since this didn't really control the best. But, for you Xbox fans out there who might have been looking forward to this, we have to wait a little bit longer on it. Now, this also comes with an update where Microsoft themselves actually commented on it. They said that we've connected with Jyamma Games and got great feedback that we will use to improve our process. We look forward to working with them to bring Enortia the last song. So apparently they're, once again, working on each other. Which, would happen when you put the company on blast on social media, on Discord, and it gets picked up by game journalists. And this is an Italian studio, so I like to imagine they're like, hey, Microsoft don't call them baby man. They don't care about you, they don't care about me, and they don't care about Enortia. It's the bullshit, forget it. I'm going to get a pizza.
I'd like to apologize for all the Italians out in the audience.
Yes, I'm sorry for my offensive accent.
But if it makes you feel better, my favorite food is pasta.
Yeah, so any thoughts on this?
What, Xbox being dicks? Xbox, like, they don't care about... Xbox doesn't care about you. It's like, I think we've been beating that drum the past like 5 episodes, since the fucking shutdown of the studios. I don't really have much more to say on that.
Yeah, it's just another L that they have now collected, because we also have, so I mentioned earlier, the Marvel fighting game collection, and that actually initially was announced to not be an Xbox. And now they're like, oh no, it is. So we're going to have it come out on Xbox, but it's going to come out next year instead of this year. So yeah, sure, they're getting it now, but like they're kind of missing, the window of hype. So I mean, it's kind of an L there. And then before that, we had Black Myth Wukong also missing the deal on there.
Yeah.
Apparently, though, according to Xbox, they were like, oh, like we can't comment on the deals that our outside companies make with our competitors, which kind of implied that they had like with Wukong some kind of exclusivity deal with Sony. And then some of the journalists came out and they were like, "Oh yeah, no, that's because they do have like a secret exclusivity deal, which is really fucking weird. Why would you keep that secret to everybody?" And then you had other ones be like, "No, that's actually not true. They weren't really keeping it." And the Black Myth Wukong devs themselves are like, "No, we're not. We don't have an exclusivity deal. We just have like a memory leak problem that we haven't been able to fix on the Xbox, or we're trying to figure out soon."
Yeah.
So it's weird hodgepodge of he said, she said, and telephone. And before that, like I mentioned earlier, Baldur's Gate, the biggest game of 2023, right? One of the greatest RPGs of all time, couldn't release on the freaking Xbox because they had to release it on the S. And yeah, the S was a piece of crap. But you had to release it on there. Any other further thoughts?
No, man, it just sounds like Xbox is crap. Again, more of the same shit that we've been hearing. Damn, that was a good one.
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah, I did.
No, well, excuse me. Yeah.
Just let it rip next time, and then just say excuse me.
Yeah.
No need to hide, man.
Yeah.
We know you got gays.
So, best of luck to Jyamma Games. Hopefully they can get it out soon.
Yeah.
So they can stop, being angry about the Microsoft. Not attending our emails.
This is why we're the mascot for Nintendo.
I don't put this shit to Sony. Sony good.
Sony okay. Sony's alright.
All right, so done with that. All right, now let's go to our final story. And so, James, you consider yourself a Minecraft fan, right? You've played Minecraft. Do you like Minecraft?
I've tried to play Minecraft. I tried to play with Manny. Oh, hang on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You can go. Continue.
Oh, all right. Going back. Sorry, it froze again. Apologies.
I know.
But I tried to play with Manny, and I was into it for a little bit. But then at a certain point, I just hit a wall, and I just could not play anymore.
Okay, but you say you enjoyed it, right?
I do. I think I would enjoy it more if there was more than just two people, or if I had any ounce of creativity.
Okay, well, point is you enjoyed it, and well, I mean, half the freaking world fucking enjoys it, considering it has sold 350 billion copies across all platforms. So naturally, Hollywood sees that and goes, "Hey, I think we can make a movie out of this," right? Video game adaptations are, kind of the hot thing. So, whoops. So you have seen this trailer, right?
Yes.
Okay. So,
but this will be my first time watching it with you.
Okay. So we could watch together. It's a very short trailer, so just watch it. Analyze it, react, all that stuff. All right. What do you think?
I feel nothing for this trailer, and even the second time around. I don't know what the hell Jason Momoa is wearing. I don't know what character he is supposed to be. But then again, I don't know nothing about Minecraft lore.
No, I think it's just a dude. I think the idea is it's supposed to be a fish out of water story, and they're just kind of
so an isekai. Isekai.
Yeah, isekai. Just about the truck Chan hitting him.
Truck Chan.
Yeah.
Truck Chan. Or Tractor Chan if you're a Konosuba fan.
Or Tractor Chan, right?
Yeah. Well, I still credit you for making me a fan of Konosuba.
Yeah, you're such a fan. You saw more of it than me. I didn't even see the third season yet. It's funny that you say that you don't really feel much of anything for it, because the internet definitely feels some kind of way about it, because it has rocketed past 1 million dislikes on yeah, well, not on there. I don't know on what channel it would be on, but yeah, his channel passed 1 million dislikes, so clearly there we go. Okay. As you see, it's currently at 1.5 million dislikes. And oh god, it looks so bad. Okay. Jesus. Okay. So yeah, definitely the internet is not too hot about it. There's resounding feeling is, wow, this looks kind of like shit. And wow, Jack Black is sharing a lot of video game adaptions. because it was Borderlands before this, and then before that was the Super Mario Brothers movie where he played Bowser.
Yep.
And well, as you can see, like people are just not too enthused about it, and it's the biggest complaint seems to be that people don't really like live action aspects of it.
Yeah.
And you know, I kind of agree. Like I really don't think this needed a live action aspect to it, but I bet you, you know, it's old Hollywood mentality of no, it's got to be live action so we can have our big name actors there on the screen. You can see them, so you can get, you know, butts in the seats. Which is a really weird thing to do because Minecraft in and of itself is strong enough to get butts in seats. Okay, this thing sold 350 million copies.
It's one of the best-selling video games.
It is the best-selling video game of all time.
There you go. I rest my case.
And there's already been like media content with Minecraft that's already like in the Minecraft style that's like animated with CG, and it shows that this could have already been done in CG. Oh, by the way, this is being produced by WB, so not a surprise, WB being, you know, WB. But yeah, it's very weird because like anybody who actually knows about Minecraft knows that like this Minecraft in itself is strong enough to carry the IP. Like it really doesn't matter. You have people our age who grew up with Minecraft, who fucking love Minecraft. You have like every fucking kid in America who has played Minecraft. When I used to be a substitute teacher, there were kids with iPads who had Minecraft installed on it. Granted, it was like a school-approved version of it, but the fact that you have entire schools issuing iPads to kids with Minecraft already installed on it shows the power and exposure that Minecraft has had.
Yeah, dude. They also Minecraft is used as a tool to teach computer programming as well, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a big deal. It's a huge deal.
Oh, very, very big deal. Very, very, very big deal indeed. I mean, you know, I think. Well, okay. Like, I think there was. Is there an animated series? I can't remember right now, but I mean, the thing is, okay, so I can understand getting, you know, big name actors on there. Okay, fine, whatever. Get your big name actors in there so that way you know get some more traction, show you have some star power. But you know, they could have done like Jumanji, right? Do like a Jumanji, like the recent Jumanji though. So like, obviously, like you wouldn't have it live action, but maybe have like your live action actors show up in the Minecraft world. And they show up as Minecraft characters.
Yeah.
Right. So you have like, you know, the dynamic between like, okay, we're gonna start with the live action real world, and then they get sucked into the game somehow, and then now they're all blocks. They're all blocky people.
But that's not what it is here. And actually, so to that sentiment, there actually was someone who actually made. So shout out to QD Andy. Oh, I heard of this.
Yeah, who actually recreated the trailer with just the CG graphics, right? I mean, obviously, it's not going to look as good as like a Hollywood movie would make it look, but the idea is there. You get them to be.
Yeah. And I like that idea.
Yeah, it would have been a really cool idea. And, you know, it still would have shown Minecraft front and center. You know, you don't have like these big actors in these weird CG world looking thing. I think that the idea or the problem is like the contrast between them. Like I said, like it looked like shit, right? Like this part when they're doing that panoramic, like that looks awful.
Yeah.
Like I know it's early footage, and it could probably be spruced up, but that does not inspire confidence. That looks like that is very clearly like some kind of green screen or Photoshop effect where it's just like just put them in there.
Yeah.
And just have them walking forward. It just looks very weird. And of course you have Jason Momoa dressed like, I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck he's wearing. He's got like a pink jacket and
he looks so awful. And the hair. Fuck, dude.
He looks like Barbie if Barbie was a bearded lady and homeless. And then, of course, you got our boy Jack Black, who, you know, some people have been saying, like, yeah, I'm getting kind of tired of Black Jack being a stuff now. He's kind of in everything.
Well, because he's just... I like... There was a meme where they're complaining that it's like nowadays they're just telling Jack Black to be himself. And, like, with this movie, they're like, okay, here's a blue shirt. Now be Jack Black.
Yeah, right.
Even even the thing on fucking the meme that I told you about, the I'm building blocks and shit because I'm in fucking Minecraft. I found it, by the way.
Oh,
Found the
really?
video. Yeah, it's not the same one, but it's like it's one of the memes. I'll send it to you on disc, and then you can
Yeah,
bring
you
it
can
up.
send it to me after the show. But this. So yeah, this movie just looks kind of weird. Personally, I'm not a Minecraft fan. I played Minecraft for maybe like 5 minutes in my life, but I can totally understand why people have issues with this. And I do agree that this didn't really need to be like a live action animation hybrid. This easily could have just been an animated movie, a full on animated movie. And if anything, you could just have it, like live action the first 20 minutes of the movie, and then it transitions over to like the animated segment, like everyone's animated. And then by the end of the movie, of course, you can have them like head back to their world and they're all live action again.
Yeah.
So, any other thoughts?
Not really. I think we said everything that needs to be said. Now we'll see how it goes, because the movie is getting a lot of. I mean, would you say hate or dislike, or you know what, criticism? I'm gonna use that word. It's getting a lot of criticism, and a lot of people are actually hoping that this movie gets the Sonic movie treatment.
Oh, well,
Where they
I don't know if that's
I
gonna
don't
happen
I
though.
don't think yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen either, but a lot of
WB does
people
not
are.
give a fuck.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck, man. What happened with the Sonic movie was that was a rarity that worked out for the best, and you'd think they would learn from it, other studios, but no. If there's one studio that will not learn from this, that will not learn, is WB.
And Sony.
But
I
a
feel
lot
like WB and Sony are those two that are like
oh
so
my god,
stupid.
yeah, they are they are beyond the level. It's so this. What was it? Remember from Flintlock, the comics? The level of stupidity is so deep, it's profound. Some
Yeah,
shit like
that sounds
that.
about right.
Yeah, the little gnome,
Yes.
little gnome mage. Oh man, I gotta find those comics again. The only way I can read them is through YouTube videos, because I think the actual website, games. Oh, that's right. Remember, GameSpy shut down, and they had
Yeah.
the Flintlock comics. We talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Okay, damn.
Damn.
And damn
But
it.
we digress.
Yeah, but we digress. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll probably catch it like for free on demand, or like HBO Max when it comes out.
Yeah.
Like within a week.
I mean, one thing's for
The movie
sure,
does.
this will probably still make a shitload of money.
Yeah,
It's gonna make a
because
shitload of fucking money.
it is essentially a kids movie.
Yeah,
Well, a movie made for kids.
and just kids. So like, if you're our age and you grew up with Minecraft, like Minecraft, I don't know, maybe you'll like it, but
Yeah.
it's definitely not targeted for you. It's targeted for the very young fans, and it's gonna make a shitload of money no matter what. Because a Minecraft movie can easily make $1 billion,
Yes.
very easily, just on Minecraft appeal alone. So we'll see how it goes. It comes out next year. And with all that being said, you want to sign us off?
Absolutely, my friend. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Two Bar Connection. Thank you once again for helping us fight.
Oh no, the sign off is fucked up too.
No, damn it! It knew I was talking shit. It knew I was talking shit. I was like, "Thank you so much for." I literally said, "Thank you so much for helping, for like understanding us, and just staying with us." That was as we fight the lag, and literally my screen froze up. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you very much for being patient. If please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and also leave a comment down below if there's any news stories that you want us to cover, or if there's any games that you guys recommend for us to play. We are of course available mostly on YouTube, which is our preferred platform. However, we are available as well on Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, and Spotify as well. So thank you very much.
Yeah. So once again, thank you very much. Good evening. Good afternoon. Damn it. I'm so tired. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. Wherever you are. Peace.
Bye, everybody.